just make an observation, please?
Oh, Gareth.
Yeah. Gareth Roll from Adelaide. I've got a fair stake here. I'm doing some property development at Marion Bay. I'm a keen fisherman down there, and I'm observing this meeting. David was kind enough to come to Marion Bay and address the community there at very short notice. I'm puzzled. I'm just absolutely gobsmacked at the fact that it was openly admitted to us at the meeting at Marion Bay that the lines on the maps presented by the Department of Heritage and Environment were arrived at just as a starting point without any scientific study. And here we are, all the groups shooting from the hip, saying, hey, all right, we'll shift it from here. And there's no study at all on this. Where are we coming from, guys? This is just, it's such a bizarre concept that we've got someone, a Department of Heritage and Environment, drawing lines on maps, saying this is what we think is a starting point without any basis.
Yeah, I'd like David to respond to that.
Well, David told us that at the meeting at Marion Bay.
Well, allow me a second chance of that.
All right, okay. And we've got...
It might be a modification of that. So
okay, well, we're pretty well built, and we've got groups shooting from the hip, trying to come up with an answer.
Let's give David an opportunity to respond. The parks, I don't know exactly what I said, but the parks are designed with a wealth of science behind them. But the science I think that people are looking for is specific to that sanctuary zone. Yeah, like you say, that sanctuary zone has X, Y, and Z animals in it, they're in decline or whatever, and we're going to protect it by a sanctuary zone. Is that what you're looking for in regards to each sanctuary zone?
Well, I'm looking at some kind of study that's arrived at lines, parallel lines going to the North Peninsula to Kangaroo Island, great big zones out from Gleason's Landing, huge zones outside of Corny Point. And it's funny, you know, there was a survey put out of where do you fish. And it's just odd that a lot of those zones are exactly where the responses were when they were fish. The whole point, and a message that the committee might want to take back to the Minister, is that we've got Department of Heritage and Environment in charge of something like this. It's like putting a vampire in charge of the blood bank.
Thanks, Gary. We have specifically asked the Minister, and he has undertaken to provide us specific scientific evidence. Okay, he made that commitment in his letter. It's been tabled tonight.
Well, where's the evidence?
And therefore, it is a very good point you're making. But I would like to say we're not going to answer that tonight, but it has already been taken back. And we will definitely not be making decisions unless we get the scientific evidence. And that's my position. That's not necessarily the position of the advisory group members here. Zone H is prime fishing area. In fact, it was heavily marked in the community mapping process. Yet somehow or another, someone's just dumped a no-take zone straight over it. It's a massive investment, and people fishing from what we do describe as a boat wreck from Marion Bay, and that is within easy reach of small craft, and that's prime fishing area. There's something very important that I think a number of us have missed, and that is an area down here is deep water. I do know someone now that fishes this area, but there are pinnacles there, and it's a place where whiting spawn in deep water. These are 60 centimetre whiting, and they go crazy for about 6 to 8 weeks a year and produce a massive number of spawns, which then go to the surface and blows either up into the Gulf or back into the American River to start the cycle off again. That's where they breed. So it's been suggested that we could all do by training back an area that really is important for habitat and fish cycle in that area there. So instead of an H up the top there, we'll just move it down there and make it bigger, as you can see. It's 100 square kilometres, 10 metres by 10 kilometres.
Would that be one of the KI people that you just said? The scientists that you sitting there,
I'm not sure what we got from KI. I
think there was some recommendations for
Yeah,
KI too.
we move that up into there.
Oh, okay, yep.
Because I think think there's a few people that do know that it's a prime whiting spawning ground.
So if it's a whiting spawn ground, why can't you fish the snapper there?
I don't know the answer to that.
Well, if they're going to zone it off so nobody can fish there for anything, but it's a whiting spawning ground and there's a snapper there, which I know there is. You can't fish the snapper, it's a whiting spawning ground.
Yeah.
Well, it's limited to zoning. The zoning just says no take for every species.
How did they know that ground is there?
Sorry.
How did they know that ground was there?
I've read research actually on it.
But who drew the lines there?
The whiting life cycle is not.
Yeah, but
no,
who drew the lines in that area?
Sorry?
Who drew the lines in that area?
I drew the lines on here from the feedback which I received.
Yeah, the scientific.
If you look on a Bentic map or a chart, have a look at your chart, yeah, you'll see that there are areas of shallow water, there are pinnacles and so forth. Someone said there's kelp out there.
Somewhat
It's still regulating it. You just can't get it. That's one of those areas.
There are plenty of mistakes.
There, I thought there's an opportunity to set aside some pristine habitat based on the fact that it is a prime whiting. It's an opportunity, trade back. Now, Scoresby Shepherd is the scientist for the university. Yeah, with Sadia.